You know, I wanted to wait a little bit before making this video because I was watching Leafs talk, and I remember actually the only loss of the Winnipeg Jets season came to the Maple Leafs. Now, I'm not going to ha-ha and joke about that because this team has only got one loss this year, the Jets that is. But I was going to wait for a little bit because I didn't know if this was a bit of a mirage when it comes to the Winnipeg Jets, you know what I mean? Because Sam McKee was making a point on Leafs talk that at the end of the day, the Winnipeg Jets they kind of always play the same way, where they have a very hot start to the season and then they kind of trickle off, if you understand what I mean. But I mean, this team is they're playing just ridiculous right now. I mean, it can't be denied. So let's just start with their basic stats here. We got a team that's 13-1 to start the season. I mean, 13-1. Let's be real. Ain't nobody even matching up with that. I thought up to this point that they were going to trail off at this point, straight up. I was like, there's no way they're going to keep this up. It ain't happening. But this team is red hot right now. Red hot. And it's very simple formula. Now, I told you this, guys, this same thing I'm about to say. I told you guys this before, but I'll say it again. You can teach a team how to play defense, and that's perfectly fine, but there's two recipes that teams go on winning streaks. Okay, it's very basic. This team right now is filling the net with goals. They have 63 goals, right? 63 goals through like 14 games. Okay, that is unbelievable. They are filling the net with goals. And number two, Connor Hellebuyck is playing out of his mind. He's got like a 930. I think his stats said a 930 or around that save percentage. When you have those two things clicking, goal scoring and goaltending, that's it. That's it. And by the way, that Connor Hellebuyck is an elite goalie. He's probably going to play for Team US. I mean, I don't know why the hell he wouldn't. He's that good. And that contract is looking so good that the Winnipeg Jets have given Hellebuyck. Now, I always struggle with talking about goalies because they're very random. Like, I'm sorry if you're a goalie guru, please jump in in the comments. You can give me your opinion, but I'm terrible with this stuff because some goalies you just think, you know, maybe that goalie's getting older and maybe you just don't think that he's going to be that good for the future. But Connor Hellebuyck has been lights out. And you even go with the Maple Leafs with Anthony Stolarz. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell was that? Did anybody think Anthony Stolarz was going to have one of the better save percentages in the NHL? The guy's getting paid $2.5 million. And then Joseph Woll can't play hockey and he gets injured all the time. This is what I'm talking about, man. Goalies are the most random individuals on a hockey team, bar none. And let's be clear, and here's another thing. I already talked about scoring. Obviously, scoring is unbelievably important, and I'm going to talk more about it. You know, you have guys like Kyle Connor. I mean, this guy's got 19 points in 14 games. He's on pace for well above 100 points. You got Mark Scheifele, who has about 18 points in 14 games. If you have your top players performing like that and your goalie with a 930 save percentage, you ain't losing a lot of games. Now, the reason I kind of stalled on making this video was because I just thought that the Winnipeg Jets were going to cool off at one point. I was like, nah, there ain't no way they're going to keep this up. Once the Leafs beat them, I was like, well, they're going to, you know, I thought that was going to pop their bubble a little bit. But it hasn't. It hasn't. Win. So, hey, honestly, I will say one thing. I hope the Jets do keep this up. I genuinely mean that. I hope they keep this up. I hope they keep on going. I love to see Canadian teams succeeding. You know, the NHL this season is going to be really, really random. You know what I mean? It's going to be, it's probably going to be like you see Boston. I'm not going to trail too much off Winnipeg, but you see Boston, right? And you look at that team and like they don't look right to me. I don't know if you guys watch Boston, but they just don't look right to me. The Leafs have sputtered. I think they're still going to make the playoffs. The NHL is shifting a little bit. It's shifting a little bit, but Winnipeg, nah, man, they're still good. That team's going to make the playoffs again. Kudos to Winnipeg, man. They're a pretty smart franchise, and honestly, they sealed up Scheifele. They sealed up Connor Hellebuck. At the end of the day, if you are getting elite goaltending, you're going to be good. Same thing with if the Leafs didn't have Anthony Stolarz, they would be out of the playoffs right now. They wouldn't even be in the playoffs. That's how important goaltending is. If you have it, you have it. And if you don't, you don't. Oh, and by the way, I was talking about the Winnipeg Jets trading Nikolai Ehlers, and that isn't looking too smart right now, you know what I mean? So I would like to retract that video that I made about the Winnipeg Jets trading Nikolai Ehlers, because he's looking pretty dope too. Like all their top forwards are just absolutely on fire. Man. Like, listen, I hope they keep it up. I would love to see the Winnipeg Jets get the President's Trophy and actually make a run. Now, I get it. We're only 14 games into the season, so I'm going to cool off. That I didn't want to make this video too early. I'm going to be keeping an eye on the Winnipeg Jets. Calgary seems to have cooled off a little bit, but Winnipeg is absolutely on fire, so let's keep that up. I'm going to leave this video here. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would appreciate it, guys, and have a great day. Goodbye.